The fight against invasive mussels in BC is being spearheaded by the province's Invasive Mussel Defense Program, or IMDP. And if that fight isn't won, potential consequences to provincial ecosystems could be catastrophic.
If these invasive mussels get in, the expense, the hassle, the destruction that they can cause is incredible and dramatically more expensive. It can be as much as, some estimates are $170 million to try to remove them.
BC Hydro supporting the IMDP with a new 5-year commitment of annual funding of $900,000. The BC Wildlife Federation, Pacific Salmon Foundation, and Habitat Conservation Trust also providing a collective contribution of $150,000. But Nathan Cullen, Minister of Water, Land and Resource Stewardship, says more funding is needed from federal coffers.
I spoke to the federal fisheries minister just a few weeks ago and told her again, this is a obvious federal responsibility, it being boats coming across the federal border with the U.S. So we hopefully will get them back to the table, but we couldn't wait. And we couldn't wait for Ottawa to make their minds up. They need to come back.
While some are calling for more funding, the Okanagan Basin Water Board believes there is another much cheaper alternative: close the border to American boats.
I mean, you can only bring so much alcohol. You can't bring in fruit or produce. I mean, so you can't bring your boat. We have companies in the Okanagan that rent boats. We, it just seems to be a no-brainer.
A lot easier said than done, according to Cullen.
Be challenging. We do want to look at pull-the-plug legislation or rules that say you just some basic, maintenance of your boat. That is going to be the rule, the law of the land. I think those kinds of things will help a lot. But we're not looking at a full ban right now.
Failing that, the OBWB is hoping the province will at the very least restore inspection station funding to pre-pandemic numbers.
We had 12 inspection stations. We had 64 inspectors. Last year we had 6 and we had 32 inspectors. And that's what the funding equals right now. So we're a little bit disappointed about that. Being is that that threat is so much closer than it was.
Currently, inspection stations are open from April until October to prevent zebra and quagga mussels from hitching a ride on boats and entering BC waterways. Jamie Tawil, Global News, Kelowna.